Good evening, everyone. Okay. I hope you all are ready with your SQL workbench, MySQL workbench. Just open that. We'll do some hands-on sessions like how we can use these all queries, SQL queries, to fetch the data. Any the problem in like that concept, SQL or syntax, a database management system. Like you first be clear with all the concept, all the syntax. I have already shared the PPT regarding that. I hope you have checked that. So let's do some practical. Let me share screen. Okay. So first, just search here MySQL Workbench. This MySQL Workbench like this. You have to search and then open that workbench. So it will open like this. Okay, before that, let's fetch some database. So you can work on this. I'll share one link. From that link, you can download the database. So that database we can fetch in this environment and we'll do some practical. Okay. So there is one online database. I'm sharing the link in chat box. So just click and okay, just let me check. Okay. I'm giving a. Can you please check that link is working or not? Otherwise, I'll give the homepage link.
Ma'am, it's like it's not a link, ma'am.
Okay, just give me a. So you can just click on this link, and there in the second step, just because I have already downloaded the data, so yeah, it's written here every detail like how you can fetch the data in the environment workbench. Okay, so there is a link. Download the SQL file for awesome chocolates. So this is one database, and it's also given the instructions like how you can import the data. Can you read that? First, you need to open the MySQL workbench from your login, your system, and then as per the given image, you just need to select the schema, or I'll share here. You can click on that link. First, you need to download that data and save in your working folder. Like at the bottom, there are two options, right? Here, administration, and second is schema. When you open schema, you can see this imported database. This is awesome data chocolates. But before that, how to import? Just go to administration, from data import, click on this link. Here you will get the option like import from self-contained file, means from your system, and you can browse it from here. Just select the folder where exactly the file is. That is a .sql file, text file, so easily you can import that file and just click on open. And after that, at the bottom, when you scroll up at the bottom right hand side, you'll get the option start import. Okay, here actually I have maximized this. So at the bottom you can see here start import. So this way you can import the database. And to check, just open schemas and then refresh the page. Got it? On this page, all the, I think, okay, this page having all the queries also given. You can do practice for that, but I'll tell you how to use syntax. Then you can refer this page for practice. Okay, everything is given here. Fine, we'll go with this only then. It's good. Done till here? So just open your query where you can write the query. Suppose, let me open. Yeah. So this is the one. We learn if we want to select all the columns, then we have to write select clause star for selecting all the columns from that database from and then database name. Okay. So from this database, we are fetching the cells table. If you click on this database, you can see there are many tables in table like geo, people, product, sale. So if you select sale, you can see there is a small table. You can also overview this by clicking on this link. Okay, so these are the columns and content of the table. As per the given instructions on this page, we'll proceed. And then I'll tell you if we want to work on gene expression data, then how to fetch that data from the online databases. That data also we can fetch here in the environment. Okay, till you're done. Yes, just let me know. Are you able to download that and fetch in the environment?
Yes, ma'am, I've imported it.
Okay, fine. So the first thing, you can check the database content by clicking on these options. Just go to that awesome chocolates, then select the tables because this is a database and this is a relational database, so there are many tables. Okay, so these are different tables and let's take one table so we can explore these all syntax like select. There are many more, like if you want to select columns, then we have to use select clause. If you want to apply some conditions, then we can use where clause, where. And then from which table we want to fetch, like here we have written cells because from awesome chocolates there is a cells table we are exploring. If you want to fetch something different table, then you just need to check like this products. These are the content of the product table, like what all column names, how many rows. Then if you want to check columns from here also you can check. These are the columns: PID, that is product ID, which is a primary key, products, category, size, and like this. Okay, so just explore these cells as per the given example. Okay, so let's start. First, we want to check all the columns from the table. So you just write this key, select all from. We have to fetch database. If you directly write as here, it is given cells directly in that page, or just don't refer page, you can refer later for this. Okay, so but here we have to write because we are fetching from this MySQL workbench. So as in this database there are multiple tables, so if we just write product or if we just write cells, it is difficult to catch what exactly the table we are looking for. So we have to write like this, awesome chocolate dot cells, means from this database we are fetching cells table to check all the columns. Okay, this is the first thing. Now what else we can do here? This is all about for fetching all the columns. Let's explore something like, suppose we want to retrieve only date. Okay, like here you can see the cells date, one two three, fourth column, cells date. And if we are looking for along with the date amount as well from this cells table, so how to write this? So as we are fetching only two columns, so no need to use star. We can write select. Now we already fetched the database, so just write cells dot cells date. Okay, let me show here. We have to write select first. This is a select. Now write the name of the columns. Okay, as it is a database, so always we have to mention the table name, from which table we want to fetch the column. So from sales we are fetching cell date. This is the first column, and let's fetch one more, that is cell dot, sorry, cells dot amount. Okay, so these two columns we want to fetch. Now from where we want to fetch, that we can write by using from clause. From, here time to write table name. So from, let's copy from here. Okay, from this table, semicolon at the last. Okay, so this is select column name from table name. This much is enough, then we'll apply conditions later. If you want to execute this, either you can use this tab, execute the selected portion of the script, or you can use control enter. Anything is okay. So now you can see the selected columns we can visualize in the output table: sales, date, and amount. Clear? This is for specific column. So if you want to reduce the amount of retrieved data, just to whatever interested columns or the further required columns you want to fetch, then you can write like this. Now let me copy this. We'll edit in this only. If you want to do some calculations as per given, suppose we want to retrieve sales date, amount. Along with that, let's open the first column. Yeah, so we can see. So let's execute sales date. Also we can execute amount, and we can do one thing, like we can create a how many amount per boxes. Okay, that we can do, means we can compute the average amount per box. So for that, let me paste the code as it is. In this code we'll do modification. So let's write this as it is, and we'll add one more thing here along with sales amount. Let's do some calculation here itself. So for that, first we need to fetch table. From that table, fetch column. Okay, here you can see the column. This is not case sensitive, so you can write it in any case. And then let's take amount first. Amount divided by total boxes. So we'll get average amount per box. Fine. So the calculation we have to do like this. This is first column. Simple arithmetic operator. Fetch boxes here. Okay, this is what we want to fetch. Now by using as keyword, we can create alias. Alias means short name. If you want to create a new name for this, like here I'm using average. Okay, and from the table name, table we can use as it is. So here is the output. So these are the columns we are getting. So here this average amount per box. This is like if we create this alias, it is easy to read that computed column information. Okay. Now let's use for ascending. We can use by default it is ascending, but if you want to arrange the data, then we can use ASCE or DESC, descending order. Any order we can use. Okay. So let me copy this, the previous example. Here, if we want all columns, then we can select all by using star. So select star, from is written. Now let's arrange the data. So there is a clause called as a order by. It's in capital. order by, and then for which column you want to arrange the data, that column name we have to write. So from this table, let's fetch one column, numerical column or character column, any column you can fetch, and keyword. Like we want to arrange the data in descending order. Semicolon is must to close the syntax. Okay. So if you check the amount, so this is the in descending order. The, okay, if you want to remove this DESC and then execute, so you'll get this different amount, 0, ascending order. So order by sorts the result. Okay. If you use descending, so it will sort from highest to lowest. If you use the default, just order by, so it will ascending, like lowest to highest amount. Okay. Now can you try, if you want to retrieve the cells, you can check that database, or you can check the page I have shared. There also you'll get a different syntax. If you want to retrieve the cells information on the basis of first column, or let's take uh, product ID, we can take product ID PID. So we can arrange this in ascending, and also amount or descending, means this will be like ascending means lowest value at the top, but for that, like suppose this is the lowest 11 or anything one, we'll check this, and ascending for ascending for, sorry, descending for amount. Okay, so it will sort the PID first, because we ordered ascending for PID, so lowest number for PID first, and then according to amount it will sort the descending one. Okay, so let's copy this. So what change I need to do here? Can you see here where clause? The first is for selection of column, second is for selection of table, after that filtration. So here I can add where clause, means for condition. Where we want to sort? We want to sort for ID. Okay, so let's fetch here from table cells, or let's take this GUID. So we can also take any particular ID where, like, there are G1, G2, G3, there are many more, so we can fetch which are greater than G1. Okay, so here I'm using column. Here you'll get the options, column, table. Okay, schema name, so we are looking for GUID, so select that, and then apply condition. Okay, so this is one condition, and then order by. Here you can change on what basis you want to sort your data. So suppose you want to sort on the basis of product ID. So let's write it here, PID. If you want to apply multiple, then same way, fetch column first, and then like this. So this is second column, but let's this is in descending we can do. Okay, like this. Then select everything which you want to execute and execute. So if you can verify, we are getting greater than G1. Okay, let me open this. Greater than G1, everything is here. Product ID, sort with ascending, and the amount is in descending. Okay, here you can check P01 at the top, and then this is the amount. Amount is highest. So P01 you'll get for many rows, then it will start P02, the next one, like this. Clear? So this way you can sort by using multiple columns according to your requirement, experimental requirement. Okay, now let's work with some dates. So if my question is like, if you want to retrieve the cell, there are many dates you can see here in fourth column. If you want to retrieve like amount which is greater than let's take example here, 10,000. Okay, so how we can fetch the data? If you're following this sheet, then yes, you can tell the logic. Yes, anybody's working? As we are looking for particular data, right? Or amount. So how to fetch that? Like first, you just remember the syntax. First, you have to use select. After select, always there is a from. After from, always use condition. Okay. So this is auto selecting. We'll refill this. Where is for condition, and then order by. Okay. So as we want to select specific column, like let's select sales date. So we have to write sales dot sales date or any other column. Suppose we are looking for amount, then these two columns we have to fetch like this. Here we have selected all because we are looking for all columns. Now specific column. Then from. From is for database and table. And then condition. Okay, let me take it. Okay, check here. So we are selecting the cells date and amount from this table, where amount should be greater than, you can write here any condition, and the year. Year is a built-in function here. No need to write it about the details. The year it will select the from this table. That is month, date and day and date. So like this you can provide. Let's select this and execute. As we are looking for two columns, so you can see the two columns as output. So the function year having cells data column, this column, this will extract the year from the date field by using this function. Okay. Now if you are looking for any specific data, like in any Excel sheet, if you are want to fetch the data in between something, okay, in range, like the start and end range is given, and you want to fetch in between that, retrieve all the sales records. Suppose number of boxes which are sold from 0 to 50. If you check the original here boxes column from this sales table, you'll get this total count of this column. Okay, let's execute this to check all the columns. Okay, so these are all the columns. Now we want to fetch only that rows which satisfy the condition, and condition is what we are looking for: the boxes which are sold between, there are many count, many numbers in the last column, will fetch only from 0 to 50, or you can fetch anything like bigger number as well. Okay, so how to write for this? First we want to select, you can select all, or if you want any particular column, then you can select that. Okay, so first is as it is, we can write select all from cells. So I'm taking this from here, fetch it. Now from this onwards we have to write the condition by using where clause. So where, yes, on what basis we want to fetch? Last column. So let's fetch first table name dot column name and then condition. So for applying condition, we can use your keyword between. Okay. So between, let's write the value like this and end the syntax with colon. Okay. So here there is a, okay, and keyword we have to use. Yeah. Okay. So like this we can check the result. And if you want without between keyword, then we have to use logical operators. Okay. So suppose these are the query. Let's copy this query here. Rather than writing between keyword, let's use logical operators. So you can write like cells boxes, they should be greater than equal to 0, means 0 will be there. And one more condition for the same column. So use same column name from table box cells, select boxes. Okay. And then condition like this. So we'll get the same result. If we are looking for only what we can do here, only top 5 highest cells, suppose we are looking for that, then we have to use keyword limit. Okay. So for that, let me fetch this. Select all from table. Okay. Let's keep this as it is, table. And then we'll change the clause here. Rather than where, first uh, let's order, first let's order by, as we are looking for amount, only first 5 highest amount. So for that we have to fetch first that column from that table. This is a table, right? So as we are looking for highest, use keyword descending. And then how many amount you want to check, or how many output row you want to check, that count you have to write it here like this and end. Yeah. So this is the first 5, top 5 amount, sales amount. Okay, now you tell me, if we are looking for total number of transactions, okay, then how to write this query? Let me open the original table. Yeah, this is our original table. I'll give hint, as we are looking for total number, so we can use here built-in function, that is nothing but count. We already use count function, okay, in other programming languages. So count, as we are looking for all rows, so here also you can use count all. All means star. So if we want to fetch total number of sales transaction, then how we can write the query for this? What we want to select, that first, right? Select, let's take a count first, then we'll fetch. Okay, select all rows. Let me take this from. If you want to create alias, that also you can create here. Okay, like suppose we want to create something, as we are looking for transactions. So let's create here one alias for that. Like this is nothing but total transaction. Okay, and from this table. That's it. Showing previous result. Just let me check. Yeah. So total transaction is the count. This count total rows, total transaction. So it will count all the rows from this table, sales table. Clear? So there are many built-in functions. You can use sum as well. If you want to find total sale. Okay, so for which column you can apply sum function? Let me execute the original table. Okay, from this table, if you are looking for total, let's take total cell or total, yeah, total cells from this cells table. Okay, so for which column you can apply sum function?
Amount.
Yes, amount. Correct. So same way you can apply. Like here we have used count function. Okay, so let me copy this here. Rather than taking count, we can use sum function, but we have to specify sum for what. So sum for from table cells. Let's fetch amount column. Take sum for this column and then change the name as well. So we are taking total, what we can say, total revenue. Okay. I think this should be capital. It's showing red mark. Select is something is there. Still it is not showing. Let me execute. We'll see the error. Yeah, it's showing. So this is total revenue as a new column. You can see why this, and this is a total count, total revenue for that particular sales table from the amount. Okay, now for this, suppose we are looking for let's take an average for there are many columns. Let me check all the columns. So we can use average function as well. Okay, so here we can use average function for amount as well. Average means total amount divided by, it will calculate, means this is a built-in function, so no need to write formula.
Ma'am,
Hmm,
you can add semicolon to the 38th code, ma'am. That's why it's showing wrong.
here, but
Yes, ma'am.
okay, yeah, fine, good. So here also we can use same way average function avg. This is the built-in function average, and then let's change the output column. rather than total. Average sale we can say. Okay. So you'll get the average sale for that particular column, amount column. Now, if let's do one thing, we can also consider the date because we have that column, right? Year column. So we can find the number of sell transaction per year because there are many, like I think 2021. Let's see how many years are there. So for that, we can apply function here. Let's use select clause as we are selecting on the basis of year. So as previously we use year function, same way we can use year function and then provide that column name. So for providing column name, we have to first fetch table name and then column name. This is a date, cells dot cells date. If you create new column for this, you can create a like year or in any column. It's not a keyword. Okay. And then if you as we are looking for total count for that year, so we can use multiple functions like count also we can use here directly. So let's take count for all rows and create a new alias for that, like cells count. And then again same these two rows, like from where. And as we want to take a average value per year, so there is one more clause we have to use, that is group by. That is a keyword we can see here, group by. So here we can group by on basis of year. So we can see how many years are there, and according to that we'll get total count. So let me call this group by function for year. Again, let's take the same sales data, or better I can copy from here. Yeah. Okay, there are only 2 year, 2021 and 2022. Fine. So this database having only 2 years and their total count. Clear? So these are the main clause, main functions from SQL. Okay, you have to use select for selecting column, then from which table you want to select. So you can try for any other column from here. Just practice, just select the data, like any data, people data is there, geology data is there. So here you can see the foreign key means these tables are referred, and in sale there is a primary key, PID, product ID. Okay, so this way you can fetch table, any table, or let's see one, how we can fetch CSV file. Okay, for that just let me open, or let me, okay, are you aware about this gene expression omnibus, this database, how to fetch information from this? Okay, first open this gene expression omnibus homepage. I'll give the accession ID in chat box, or let me search this expression ID, or you can directly go to homepage like this. Here, this is another. Okay, just search in homepage RNA-seq Homo sapien. There is a on right hand side you can see the search box. As we are looking for expression data, so this keyword you can type RNA-seq Homo sapien. Otherwise, I'll provide this link, no problem. But you should know how to search. Okay. So you'll get a many hits. So you can refer anything. Here I have given this example. You can read the title Global Gene Expression Profiling for Human Mesotheliomas. So how to download this expression file is nothing but a numerical data in comma separated values, or sometimes you can convert this into tsv tab separated values as well. So just go down here, you'll get three options, different files you can download: soft formatted family, minimal formatted family, matrix file. So this is a text file, readable file. So just click on this series matrix file. These are all supplementary data, or you can say raw data, metadata. Okay, just download this series matrix file. So it will download as a this name GSE12345 and then underscore series matrix file text file, and maybe it is in compressed form. So as it is in compressed form, you learn in Linux how to uncompress the file. If it is in GZ file format, then how to uncompress? Suppose you are uncompressing in Linux, or directly also you can extract here and extract the file content.
Gunzip.
Okay, correct. So gunzip you can use and then extract the file. So extracted file, just let me check. Did I have? Yeah. So this is the file somewhere. Yeah. This is matrix text file. This is compressed file. After extraction, you can see this GSE123 series.matrix. Now we need to convert this into Excel file. Okay. This text file we need to convert into expression file like this file format. You can see these are the data. All expression header you can check, id, reference id, and their expression value. So this file we want to convert. So for that you need to use, there are many methods, but as you already learned Python, so you can use Python pandas library for that. Okay, let me, you can open Google Colab for that, or just let me check. Yeah, like this. You first need to import that file from here. Go to files, import that file. This all thing you know, right? The process how to import the file in current environment, current session. So just fetch that file, txt file. This file we are going to fetch. The either you can copy path or directly you can mention this file as we are reading this file. So pd, why pd? Because we have imported this pandas as pd. So read this file, which is tab separated, by using pd dot read underscore csv function. This is inbuilt function. When we import this pandas, we can read this file. So this is the file name. Separator we have to use, comment, index. So this is a standard. I'll share this script with you in the same drive link. And then you can save the file to the current session. So df is the name of this data frame to CSV. Okay, 2 means we are going to write this data import and export. I think in session 4 to 5 something, we have covered this part in pandas, in file import export and pandas. Okay, just refer the videos if you are not getting Python videos. So this file is converted and saved in this CSV extension. So this file you can download from here like this. It will save in your download folder. So that file you can copy and save in your current working folder. Till here any query? Now same way you can import that file by using data import and restore. Same way you have to provide the file address because we are importing from self container file. So here you can import that file. That file also you can again convert into SQL file format. So It is easy to read, otherwise CSV file is okay. So just import the file, and in schema just refresh the page. So when you refresh, you can see that file. This is the file. Okay. Tables, gene expression. You can see the content as well. So this I have created. I'll tell you how to create this. And then after same thing, same command you can apply, like same clause, select all from, and where, order by, group by, these all things, limit, and many built-in functions. So for that, after importing this file, if you want to create your own schema, your own table, like here I have created gene expression. So this is the table. You can see the table having gene ID, sample ID. So how to create that table? Let me check. Okay, so here we learn this create table. Create is for creating the table, creating a schema. This is under DDL, data definition language, because we are defining something. Okay, so under this database, this is a database. Under this database we have created the table. So gene expression is the table name, and bioinformatic database is the database name. So these are the column names and their data types. Also this limit, if we are using varchar, variable character data type, then we can mention 50, otherwise just simply mention char data type. Okay, these are the column names. If we want to set any constraint condition, so that is you can provide by using primary key for gene ID and sample ID. So these two, primary key means you cannot keep null, and you cannot use repeated value, like uniqueness you have to maintain. Okay. So this is the way how you can create. So you can create your own table and then apply the functions, the syntax, whatever SQL queries to fetch the information. Okay, like suppose in this table, if we want to use this database after creation, if we want to use this database, so simply we can use command use database. This is the database name, and then we can create different tables under that database. Okay, so there are gene ID, sample ID, expression levels. So to insert the values, we can use insert command, insert into, insert into. So into means where we want to insert. So here you have to write table name, and then this is a table name. You can mention that and then mention the values. If you want to insert for all columns, like there are total 3 columns, then no need to mention column name. But if you want to insert only for any particular column, then you have to mention the column name and values. That all things I have mentioned in the slides, provided slides. So just refer that slide, so you can refer the syntax, and accordingly you can use the here. So after inserting values, or you can directly fetch the this imported database into this table, and then simply when you want to fetch, you can use select clause, like select suppose gene ID. Then if you want to find maximum expression level, like this is a float value, expression value. So let me write for example here. Suppose we want to select gene ID. So gene ID is from which table, that you have to mention here. If it is not directly if it is not means it is difficult to fetch directly, then refer table name here, like this is a table name dot gene ID, means from that table we are fetching first column. Now for second column, if you want to apply any function, like if you are looking for maximum expression value, then you can call function, like in previous example we have used. And then this function, we are looking for third column, that is expression level. Level, yeah. So this is the function for column. And if you want to create a new column as an output column, output table, so here you can use, this is our max what we can see here, max expression, like this. Now same second line, you have to write from clause, from which table you want to fetch. If any condition you want to apply, like if you want to arrange the data on the basis of gene id, then you can use group by gene id. Or if you are looking for ascending order or descending order for expression level, then you can write group by maximum expression, because we have created this maximum expression. And then only first four, first five, if you want, then provide the limit clause, like limit 10, limit 5, like this. Okay, so you can find highest expression level. You can also compare, uh, suppose we are looking for, if you're having two expression values between control and treated. Okay, so that also you can take, like select gene id, average expression level, and condition you can apply from gene expression, group by gene id, and condition. If condition column is there, here you can add condition column. And in that condition column, you can mention two types of condition: control and treated, or cancerous patient, normal patient, like this. Any condition you can mention. So this is nothing but again varchar, because this is a character value. So varchar and condition 50 is more than enough, like this. So this way you can fetch differentially expressed gene by applying logical operator greater than 2, or any condition you can apply in where clause. Okay, so first installation is required, bench, SQL bench. Then you can create your own database, or you can fetch database and then run SQL queries. Also in advance, after this SQL queries, whatever data you are getting as an output result, that data you can use to visualize the result, either by using Python or by using R. Anything, any programming language you can use. So let's conclude this session. Okay. So we have in past session we have covered the database management system, DBMS, SQL basics, how to perform queries, even manipulation of the data with the SQL function by applying different built-in functions. Like here we use count, max, average, and all. Okay. So from RNSec dataset also you can download the data, convert the data, and use that data for your application, for your analysis, like this. Okay. So need practice for these all things. This is just a foundation. You have to practice with the real world bioinformatic applications, like this, how to how to fetch data from a gene expression omnibus. Even you can use TCGA, cancer database. Okay. In cancer workshop I have already explained this, how to fetch the data from cancer database. There are many database, online databases available. So that all things. And how to analyze NGS results, how to visualize the result in Python and R. We already done this part. So this is all about
Hello, ma'am. Can you still again represent how do we do in this again?
how
Like
do
a small representation of how do we look up to the database in this again? Means later on when we complete this, like you told about the cancer database and everything.
this is the only no on
No,
the
no,
home page.
I'm just asking about like a demo database where we can how we can down get
Im-
through this and
okay,
go through
if
this.
means you want to import in this current workbench.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, just let me share. There are many databases. Okay, you can practice on many thing. Let me share my screen. Just wait. Yeah. So to import, there are two options, like here administration and schemas. Schemas means your existing databases and structure, table, everything. But when you want to import something from external, like whatever downloaded data or any data, SQL file or CSV file, you just need to use this administration. And data export is for exporting or saving, and import is for fetching the data in the environment. So data import Here is the self contained file, means from your system, and you have to use browse to fetch the data which you have downloaded. Like here we have this awesome, even you can fetch the data like the gene expression data. Okay, there is one demo data as well, SQL text file. Like this you can fetch. So this is the data, and then there is an option at the bottom right corner. Just let me minimize this so it is visible. Here, start import, means it will import in your current session like this. Okay, and to check, you can use this refresh, and then it is visible. What was the name of this data?
It was something like demo.
Your demo. The path, just let me check. Can't create the data is no. Restoring this. Okay, this is already exist by the name gene1, so it is replacing this one. I have already shared this, no, import this in this environment. I think here, where, so it is replaced. This genes. This is just a demo database. Nothing is there.
Okay.
Okay, so from here you can check the tables, all columns and everything. Okay, so practice for this, I'm going to share